They say time is like a river. You can never step into the same one twice. The current shifts, the world changes, and what once was is carried downstream, lost in memory. Back then, we were just kids. It was the 1000th year of the Kingdom of Guardia. The air was thick with celebration. Streamers fluttered in the wind, fireworks echoed across the hills, and the town square pulsed with laughter and music. The Millennial Fair had come at last. Crono, of course, slept through most of it.
Crono!
His mother called, sunlight streaking across his bedroom floor.
You're going to miss the fair.
He stirred beneath the blankets, groggy but grinning, the way only someone who knew the day held promise could smile. With a final yawn and a lazy stretch, he rolled out of bed, tied his red bandana, and stepped into the warmth of the morning. The streets were alive. Banners danced above cobblestone paths, and children darted between booths where merchants hawked candy, medals, and strange imported trinkets. The sound of music, pipes, fiddles, the steady thump of drums, blended with the chatter of 1,000 voices. Crono wandered with a quiet curiosity. He played a few games, tasted a sweet too sticky for his liking, and helped a little girl find her lost cat. All the while, he kept thinking about what Luca had promised him.
Just wait until you see my invention this year.
But before he reached her booth, fate, as it often does, intervened. With a sudden jolt, someone collided into him. Hard. Crono staggered back, catching the girl just before she hit the ground.
Whoa, I'm so sorry.
The girl said breathlessly, brushing her blonde hair from her eyes.
I wasn't looking where I was. Wait, my pendant.
It had clattered to the ground, a simple, glowing jewel attached to a silver chain. Crono bent down, retrieved it, and handed it back to her. She looked at him for a long second, then laughed.
Thanks. That would have been a disaster. I'm Marle, by the way. You don't say much, huh?
She tilted her head, teasing. He smiled, shrugged.
Well, Crono, you're stuck with me now.
She said, looping her arm through his.
Let's explore the fair together.
They ran from booth to booth, laughing through races, cheering at wrestling matches, and sharing a paper cone of spiced nuts. Crono liked the way she laughed, unapologetically loud, the kind of joy that made you want to laugh too. And then, a trumpet blared across the grounds.
Ladies and gentlemen,
a voice called, booming from the fair's central platform.
Prepare to witness the impossible, the world's first human teleportation.
Luca stood on stage, goggles askew, arms waving excitedly beside a curious contraption that hummed with energy. Beside her, her father, Taban, made a final adjustment to the controls.
Crono!
Luca shouted.
Just in time! Want to give it a try?
He nodded and stepped into the left pod. A shimmer of light, a flash, and in an instant he reappeared in the right pod to a round of applause. Marle clapped excitedly.
That was amazing. I want to try.
Luca hesitated.
It's safe, I think. Just keep your pendant.
But before she could finish, Marle stepped onto the platform, the pendant glowing faintly at her neck. And then everything changed. The machine sparked violently. A pulse of blue light surged outward. Marle cried out, but not in fear. It was more like surprise, confusion. She began to fade, her body distorting, warping into light. And then, she was gone. The crowd gasped. Luca ran to the controls, frantically scanning the readings.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
She whispered.
She didn't teleport. She vanished.
Crono stared at the empty space where Marle had stood. The pendant lay on the ground, still pulsing with energy. He didn't wait. Ignoring Luca's warning, Crono grabbed the pendant and stepped onto the platform again.
Crono, wait!
Luca shouted.
We don't know what it is. We don't know where it goes.
But it was too late. The gate shimmered open, a swirling vortex of time, of sound, of memory, and swallowed him whole. We didn't know it yet, but that was the day everything began, the day we crossed the boundary between the present and the past, and started rewriting the future. We were just trying to get our friend back, but time had other plans.